Good evening and welcome to the November 18th, 2015 Town Board meeting. I'll officially call the meeting to order. This evening we have a scout from Troop 31, Conrad, who has agreed to lead us in the pledge. And I'd ask everyone to please rise. And Conrad, whenever you're ready, sir, we'll take our lead from you.
And over your heart, I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. And Conrad is here tonight working on his communications badge, and we're delighted that he and his dad are here to join us. So if there's any additional information you need, we can assist you. Please don't hesitate to ask any of the board members or the town clerk. So thank you again for being here. I'll ask our clerk to please call the roll.
Cole.
Here.
LaFountain.
Here.
Metzler.
Here.
Moore.
Here.
Quinn.
Here.
Thank you. We'll start with our communications and announcements, and I'll recognize our town clerk, please, to start.
Thank you. Today, November 18th, was the last day for school tax payments. Therefore, if you have any questions regarding your school tax bill, please contact the Monroe County Treasury at 753-1200. Also, as a reminder, if you are planning an extended trip or are a snowbird and will not be in town to receive your 2016 town and county tax bill, which is mailed the first week of January, please contact the tax office at 340-8625, and please do not rely on the U.S. Postal Service forwarding your tax bill. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Quinn.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening, everyone. Just a reminder that winter and snowplow rules are currently in effect through April 1st. This means no parking is allowed on all roads and highways between 2 a.m. and 7 a.m. to allow highway crews to safely and effectively maintain roads. For more information regarding winter and snowplow rules, please visit penfield.org. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Messler.
I have two announcements this evening. First, the Penfield JV and varsity lacrosse players will be giving back to the community by teaming up with the Woody Acres Christmas Tree Farm this weekend for the farm's winter season opening day on Saturday, November 21st from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. The players will be handing out free cookies and accepting donations for Autism Up. For more information about Woody Acres, visit woodyacresfarm.blogspot.com, and for more information on Autism Up, visit autismup.org. Also, the Penfield Recreation, Penfield History Room, and the Legacy at Village Wood will host a Jane Austen Holiday Tea event on Sunday, December 6th, here at the Penfield Town Hall. This event is a fundraiser for our Adult Daytime Education at Recreation, or DEAR program at the Penfield Recreation. The event begins at 12 p.m. with tea, finger sandwiches, and sweets. Guests will be treated to a Jane Austen fashion show and an English country dance demonstration presented by Lisa Brown, the region's most notable expert on Jane Austen and a member of the Jane Austen Society. Tickets are now on sale and are limited, so be sure to purchase early. They're $10, may be purchased at Penfield Recreation by calling 340-8655. And again, that is a fundraiser for the Adult Daytime Education at Recreation program. Thank you.
Great, thank you. I have one announcement. The town offices will be closed next Thursday, the 26th, and Friday, the 27th, in observance of Thanksgiving. And on behalf of our entire board, we wish every one of our Penfield families a very happy Thanksgiving. Mr. Moore.
Thank you. The Penfield Trails Committee will be sponsoring a free guided hike, the Thousand Acre Swamp, on Saturday, December 12th from 10 a.m. to noon. The guided hike will tour paths and boardwalks in this area and will emphasize winter nature lore. Meet at the rear of Penfield Volunteer Emergency Ambulance Building on Jackson Road. Please look for the hike signs. While the hike is free, participants are encouraged to pre-register by contacting the Penfield Recreation Department at 340-8655. Also, customers may begin reserving Penfield lodges and shelters for 2016 starting Tuesday, December 1st at 10 a.m. Lodges and shelters may be reserved online or in person. However, we highly recommend reserving them online. You must have a Penfield Recreation household account in order to reserve, so please make sure you do this before December 1st to avoid any additional delays. For more information and to obtain a household account, please visit penfieldrec.org. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mrs. Cole?
I have two announcements. The Penfield Recreation will hold their annual holiday celebration event, Pancake Dinner, on Friday, December 4th at the Community Center, 1985 Baird Road, from 6 to 8 p.m. Penfield families are invited to join for free Christmas-themed crafts, games, music, and special visitors from the North Pole, including Santa. And my other announcement is that my next community chat, my last one for the year, is Tuesday, December 15th, 5:30 to 7, in the new book area at the library. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Mr. Horowitz?
No further announcements.
All right, very good, sir. Thank you. Move on to public participation. There's two opportunities to address the board on any matter that anyone would like to address the board on. We have one at this point, one at the end of our meeting as well. You can do that in three ways. If you're here in the audience, you can come to the podium and address the board. You can call in at 340-8771, or you can log on at penfield.org. And so I will open it up. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to address the board on any matter? Okay, seeing none. There'll be another opportunity at the end of the meeting. We'll move on to additions and deletions to the agenda.
Mr. Supervisor, I would like to add one resolution to tonight's agenda. The resolution would be number 15T-200, entitled Naming of Solar PV Systems Consultant to the Town of Penfield. Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
second that.
Right, thank you. So it's been moved and seconded. We'll add that under our new business section. Our next item is the minutes. We have minutes of October 21st, 2015, and would entertain a motion of approval for those minutes.
I move that the minutes of October 21st be approved.
I'll second.
So it's been moved and seconded for those minutes of the 21st. I think I may have said the 15th, the 21st, so correct the record for that. Is there any discussion on those minutes? Seeing none, I would ask our clerk to please call a roll for approval of the minutes.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes.
Since the last time the board has gotten together, has the board, town clerk, or town attorney received any petitions?
No.
Okay, seeing none then, we'll move on to resolution by function, and we'll start with law and finance.
Authorize the supervisor to sign contractual agreements with Bremen Post 1229 of the American Legion.
Moved.
Second.
Be it resolved that the town supervisor is hereby authorized to sign agreements with Raymond Post 1229 of the American Legion, P.O. Box 4, Penfield, New York, for the years 2015 and 2016. Thank you.
Thank you. Discussion? Seeing no discussion, I would ask for a roll call vote, please.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes. Contract for Grant Finder online program.
Moved.
Second.
Whereas the town board promotes active research of grant opportunities to fund town projects and programs. Whereas Grant Finder is an online grant database comprised of all potential grants from public and private sources. Whereas there is sufficient funding in the 2015 budget. Be it resolved that the supervisor is hereby authorized to execute a one-year agreement with Grant Finder for one online license. Thank you.
Thank you. Discussion? Seeing no discussion, a roll call vote, please.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes. 2015 budget amendment for highway insurance recovery.
Moved.
Second.
During 2015, the Highway Department received insurance recovery dollars from the Geico Insurance Company for damages to roadside structure on 441. Whereas during 2015, the Highway Department has expended funds for repair of said structure. Whereas the town board desires to have an up-to-date budget in relation to current income and expenditures. Now be it resolved that the following 2015 budget amendment be approved for highway funds as follows. Highway fund revenue, description, insurance recovery, amount of $2,160, revised amount of $5,156, and highway fund appropriations under description guide rail, amount $2,160, revised amount $4,660. Thank you.
Thank you. This item comes up from time to time during the course of the year where if some of our property is damaged, whether that be a wall, guardrail, or anything like that, if in fact we can identify who the person was that damaged that, then we'll go after their insurance company for repair, so it doesn't come directly out of our taxpayers' pockets. So this is a case that we had a situation where there was some damage done, and we were in fact able to recover the funds to cover the cost of that repair. Seeing no further discussion, would ask for a roll call vote, please.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes. 2015 budget transfers, payroll reconciliation.
Moved.
Second.
Whereas merit raises, other adjustments, and assignments were approved for salaries during 2015. Whereas the town board desires to have an up-to-date budget in relation to current income and expenditures. Now be it resolved that the attached general fund budget transfer be approved. For the record, Mr. Supervisor, I'd like to note there's, roughly maybe about 15 budget adjustments per payroll request.
Thank you. Discussion? So what happens typically at this time of the year, we have to make sure that we have a balanced budget, and we cannot collect more dollars than what was the approved budget. So what happens is that in some cases we have line items or budget line items that have overspent based on what that might be. So for example, within facilities, if we had to make some added repairs in DPW for some trucks and some things like that, and we overrun the budget, we have to still have a balanced budget at the end of the year. So we will go to a fund or funds that may not have been overspent and have some money left over, and we'll transfer that back. And that's part of what we have to do, so that at the end of the year, what was approved by the taxpayers, by this board, and what we presented to the taxpayers, in fact, balances out. So we can't spend more than we say that we're going to spend. The goal always is to spend less and to put that back into our funds, so that again, we try to keep our taxes as flat as we can, or manage our taxes as best we can to our residents. Seeing no further discussion, I would ask for a roll call vote, please.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes. Authorization for supervisor to sign recreation contracts.
So moved.
Second.
This authorizes the town supervisor to sign 2 recreation contracts for entertainment for the December 4th holiday event I spoke of earlier.
Great, thank you. Discussion? Seeing no discussion, I'd ask for a roll call vote, please.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes.
This brings us to old business. Is there any old business to come before the board? Seeing none, new business, and we do have one resolution, and I'd ask our clerk to read that new business resolution, please.
Naming of solar PV system consultant to the town of Penfield.
Moved.
Second.
Be it resolved that Harris Beach attorneys at law be named solar PV system consultant for the town of Penfield. Be it further resolved that the supervisor is authorized to sign a contract with Harris Beach with the town of Penfield to review and negotiate a power purchase agreement for the possible solar PV system installation on town-owned property for the agreed-upon fee for services rendered through March 31st, 2016. Thank you.
Thank you. Discussion? So just by way of a little bit of an explanation on this, one of the things that this board has looked at over the last several years is opportunities for solar PV applications. And today we have 2 applications in the town. One is a solar-powered sanitary sewer pump station off on Creek Street. That covers 100% of the power used for that, and a little bit more. That helps offset our charging stations, our 3 electric charging stations that we have around the town. Our second application is at Harris Welland Lodge, and that covers approximately 40+% of the usage of that lodge, and has the ability to expand in the future. And then this third application, the board held a public information meeting now about a year ago and invited residents to come in and to talk about a solar array that we propose on Jackson Road by our DPW. And this is an opportunity through a purchase power agreement to have the installation done by the developer at no cost to the town, with the exception of this contract that we're talking about tonight, to work with our town attorney on the contract language for that. And then the idea is that if in fact the board elects to move forward with that application of installation, we would be looking to capture some additional dollars into our budget, and dependent upon how that falls within the current cycle with NYSERDA, it could mean anywhere from $100,000 to $125,000 in that range savings to the town on an annual basis for a 20-year life minimum. And they also project that this goes as long as 30-plus years. But at the 20-year point, the town could elect to take the system over in its entirety and get the full cost of the power generated from that solar application. So this contract will enable the town attorney, working with the experts, to make sure that the contract for this would be appropriate for the best interest of the town overall. Further discussion? Seeing none, I would ask for a roll call vote on 15T200.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes.
Thank you. This brings us to our second public participation. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to address the board, again, on any matter? Okay, seeing none, and no calls burning the wires or the computer wires being burnt as well, and our business being finished, I will declare this meeting of November 18th, 2015 adjourned at 7:19 p.m. And thank Penfield TV. And again, Connor, we look forward to you continuing on and working towards your eagle, and give us an opportunity to recognize you at your court of honor. Right. Thank you. Have a great evening.